second day in a row starting off in Rotterdam, and for the second day in a row I am starting my day in Rotterdam by heading for the metro and then the train and getting out of the city. We've got plans for today. This is our final day in Rotterdam. The ship sails away at 6:30 tonight heading for Zeebrugge, but my plan is to head out to Gouda this morning, where there is a very cool looking independent Lego shop that have agreed to let me come along, make a video for Block Party. So I'm heading over there to do that. It is an early start, it's before 9 AM. As I'm heading over there, there's a big queue getting into this hotel. So let's come back round this way. While I'm doing that, Anna is taking advantage of a day in port discount at the spa, where she's got 2 treatments for 70 quid or something along those lines. I think it was a scalp massage and then a back sack and crack or something. It probably wasn't that. There was definitely 3 things. One of them was back, but she's basically being rubbed for an hour or so. And then I plan to be back at the ship before lunch. And then we are finally going to get out and about in Rotterdam this afternoon. But first, we're heading to the metro. I don't know why the queue is so long getting into this hotel. What's the deal there? But first, fog check. Well, I can confirm, unlike yesterday, you can clearly see the top of this bridge. You can clearly see the top of the 2 lower buildings over there, but you can't see the top of the other one at all, which you could yesterday. Which tells me today is thicker fog, but higher up. Thus concludes today's fog check. And we're heading down into the same metro station we were using yesterday. And I think this starts automatically when I stand on it. Oh, good. It doesn't. Probably should have gone down the stairs rather than the slippery metal escalators. Mistakes have been made here. Right, I've made it back to Rotterdam Central relatively easily. Now I've got to make it all the way to the other end of the station in 4 minutes to get my train, which is then 18 minutes from where I'm going. And then it's like a 10-15 minute walk to the shop, which opens at 9:30. It's not even 9:30 yet. So I should be there about 15-20 minutes after they open. And then I can head back again. Should be a relatively efficient trip. Do I get some cheese while I'm in a place literally named after a cheese? I don't think I'm allowed to bring it back on the ship. It's a double-decker train. This is all I've ever wanted. So this is Gouda, or Gouda. I still don't know. I'll ask the guys in the shop. It's like a 10 to 12 minute walk this way, I think. And if I pass the cheese experience halfway along, I'm going the right way. If I don't, problem. But all the touristy looking signposts and Centrum Gouda, which I guess is the centre of the town, centre of the city, indicates we go this way. So I think we just go this way and figure it out from there. I do have my insurance policy with me, which is calling an Uber if I start to panic, but I think we should be okay. I was a little bit alarmed that my GPS signal disappeared about halfway here on the train and hasn't fully returned yet. It's a little bit patchy, but I think I'm pointing in the right direction. It's fine. Okay, we're still right next to the station, but I've arguably found my favourite non-Lego thing of the entire trip so far. I mentioned in yesterday's video, I'm a big fan of Fibo, the vending machine restaurant where you can get like croquette. We've got like a stroopwafel shed that is full of stroopwafel and vending machine ice creams. This is exactly what Fibo is like. You've just got rows of vending machines. You just choose what you want and the little door opens, but you can get all sorts in here. I'll have 3 bags of stroopwafel, please, or a big thing of presumably cheese. We've got coffees, we've got ice cream, I think, down here. I love no, these are more stroopwafels. Stroopwafels in a tin. Beverages. What a country. Of course, I don't need a beverage because, as you know, this cruise is sponsored by Holy. I've got my Holy with me today. It's in my backpack somewhere. There you can just see the blue lid of it. So I've brought a Holy with me, so I'll be fully hydrated throughout the day. If you want to get involved and get yourself some Holy, the link is at the top of the description below. Thank you very much to them for sponsoring the cruise. It means I save money on beverages and can spend that money on stroopwafels, which is a huge bonus. And that place was fantastic. Well, this seems to be the most Dutch place I've seen all day. We've got the clicking zebra crossing. We've got what looks like a massive canal. We've got Dutch style buildings. We've got dozens of people on bicycles. And I think where I'm heading is down this way. I think we're waiting for the clicking to go fast. Once the clicking goes fast, we know the red man has turned green and we can cross the road, which will happen eventually, presumably. But yeah, definitely got a canal situation. We're still heading towards the city centre at the moment, so we're definitely going the right way. I presume it's on a high street. I haven't actually checked what else is around it, but it makes sense for it to be on a high street, you would think. I think we're going to be here a while. It looks like there's a little countdown thing around where it says wait underneath the red man. We've been here ages, but that says it's only a quarter of the way through, but it's definitely ticking down. I think the majority of my 12-minute walk has been spent stood here waiting for this light to change. There we go. Green man and fast clicking. What a time to be alive. And there we have the compulsory Dutch pretty canal shot, including cruise. And is this a bridge that goes up? That's cool if it is. And you've got more canal that way. It looks like it's blocked off up there. Looks like they're building something on it. But yeah, I think this goes up to let the boats through, which is very cool. Right, this is looking like the right kind of area. It looks like a high street. That is the sign to the cheese experience, which is about halfway. So we're definitely going in the right direction. And I assume the shop I'm looking for is on this high street somewhere. Similar to when I was in Hamburg a few days ago, it does feel like I'm out and about before the city is properly awake. Do Europeans not get going until 10 a.m? What a world. In other news, we might have a solution to my watch problem. If you remember from the last video, I've broken the watch strap to my Apple Watch. And I need a new one. I'm lost without it. That is an Apple reseller. Opens at 10:30. So hopefully when I'm done where I'm going, we can pop back in there. I think I might actually be on the wrong street. I think I need to go down one of these side streets looking at Google Maps. But I'm kind of interested to see what's down there first, because it looks like there's like a market area, but Google Maps is definitely sending me down here. So no market for me. If my heel is still functional when I'm done, we'll loop back round that way on the way back. In all seriousness, this is a pretty little place. If you do find yourself on a cruise that stops in Rotterdam and you're looking for a way to spend a quiet morning 20 minutes away from your cruise ship, because it really wasn't long on the train at all, this is awesome. I don't have a cat currently, but I had one for long enough to be fairly confident that that vintage and second-hand shop is feeding that cat, because he's just walked across here and he's just waiting outside and the shop opens in 3 minutes. He has his routine nailed. He probably lives in one of these houses over this side. It's been a while since we've had bell donging on the channel, but 10 o'clock bell donging. Did the cat go in? He's still waiting outside. They're late opening their shop. Lovely bell donging though, which I think is coming from over that way somewhere. And it's very pleasant sounding. I hope my microphone's picking it up. In fact, there's a massive looking church in front of what looks like quite a large cheese shop. And then I turn around this way, we're back on a high street with multiple Lego flags on it. So I think I have found my spot, which means I'll now make my block party video, which is probably already out on the block party channel before this video comes out. So you can go over and check that if you want to see what's in that shop. Otherwise, I'll see you on the other side. Well, that place was awesome. They were so friendly as well. They even got me a stroopwafel from this bakery, so I can vouch for this bakery. They do a very nice stroopwafel. But yeah, if you ever find yourself in Gouda, even if you're not massively into Lego, you should go in that store. It's fantastic. And if you only ever watch one block party video, that might be the one, because that was a very, very cool shop. But I now need to wander back towards the train station. Hopefully that little Apple shop will be open on the way and I can grab myself a watch strap and then ideally be back on the ship with Anna by lunchtime so we can grab something to eat and then actually get out and about and have a look at Rotterdam before all aboard at 6:30 today. Success, but at what cost? 79.95 in euros is the precise cost for a new Apple Watch strap on a watch that I'm probably going to own for maybe one more month before I replace it. I might be selling a nearly new Apple Watch strap in about 3 weeks' time, but at least I'll be able to get my watch back on, because I am genuinely lost without it. The amount of times I'm looking at my wrist, even things like using the metro, I would normally just use my watch. I'm having to get my phone out and do Face ID and need my watch back. Starting to think I really should have got a pair of those ugly Skechers in Amsterdam yesterday. I'm really struggling on my heel now. It seems to be getting worse each day, almost as if not resting it and going out and walking loads every day isn't how you recover from an injury like this. At the moment, I would say it's 50-50 whether we do anything in Rotterdam this afternoon. I might just be lying on the bed with my leg in the air, trying to heal myself to the point where we can still do the excursion in Bruges tomorrow, because that, I think, is a 4-hour cruise excursion, because the ship doesn't go all the way into Bruges. It goes to Zeebrugge, and there's not an easy train to get, I don't think, from what I was reading. We basically paid 70 quid for a bus transfer. So we really want to do it, but it does mean we're there on their schedule. So we are going to be wandering around Bruges for 4 hours. I've been wandering around Gouda for an hour and a half, and I am struggling. So I don't know that walking around Rotterdam this afternoon will be the best plan in the world. I even asked my friend ChatGPT what there is to do in Rotterdam that doesn't involve huge amounts of walking, because obviously we have to do that for Anna anyway. And the response was a canal boat tour, which we've done in Amsterdam and weren't hugely impressed by. We're on a big boat, we don't need to go on a small boat. And then the rest of it was wander around, look at buildings and sit at coffee shops. And in the nicest possible way, there's coffee on the ship and walking hurts. So we'll see. Anna might really want to go out, in which case we will. She's not left the ship since Hamburg. So she might want an adventure, but I am back at the train station. So hopefully there's a train in the very near future. I'm just not going to get bored of the double-decker trains. Why don't we have them at home? Theoretically, you're getting twice as many people on the same train, right? The amount of times I've had to stand up, my heel hurts because I had to stand on a train in the UK. Get me my double deckers, they're fantastic. I, of course, sat upstairs again because I'm not a maniac. The Netherlands is taking the mick now, right? Another vending machine restaurant. This one's called Smuller's. Why don't we have any of these in the UK? Oh, there you go. It's Thursday lunchtime now. It's been foggy since Sunday afternoon. We can finally see the top of that building, though. The fog has cleared. We might actually be able to see where we're going when we go from Rotterdam to Zeebrugge this evening, because we should be leaving while it's not completely dark outside, I think. What time does the sun set? Actually, that might not be true. But it would be nice to actually look out to sea without it just being thick fog and the honking foghorn going every 10 seconds. There you go, new watch strap in place. Not ideal that it was as expensive as it was, but at least, I feel like a human again. I can tell you the time. It's 10 to 1. We're going to go and have some lunch on the ship. Well, if you want an example of how busy our week has been, I think this is our first time coming into the buffet for lunch, but we've got a nice window by there. We did have, on the sea day, we went to the Quays, which is the place where they have like the fish and chips and all that, but we decided to have something a bit more not fish and chips today. And instead, they've got one of my favourite foods in the entire world, turkey escalopes. Anna has her favourite, carbs. Well, Anna has officially decided I'm not allowed to go out to play again today because of my foot. So we're spending the afternoon in the cabin. We might go and explore the ship a little bit later on. It's currently nearly 3 o'clock. So all aboard's 6:30 anyway. So we wouldn't have been able to get very far. It means I can edit the video from this morning, edit a couple more of the vlogs, and hopefully get home with all of the video we've captured on this trip pretty much edited and ready to release, even if it doesn't all release while we're away, because when we get back, we're only actually home for 5 days before we go off to Manchester for 3 or 4 nights for a big Lego event. So we don't really have a huge amount of time to get this all edited and uploaded, because I need to use those 4 or 5 days that we're at home to stack up Football Manager videos again for while we're away. So yeah, it's a little behind the scenes in the life of a content creator.
a normal person would probably be able to take this afternoon and finish reading their book. I'm reading Project Hail Mary, by the way. It's very good. But yeah, I need to crack on with this. And Anna apparently is going to sit there and put TikTok on in the background while she can hear I'm vlogging. What a monster. What a monster. But yes, I'll catch up with you if we go and do anything, or more likely around about dinner time. As you can tell by our location, we are straight down to dinner. We didn't go out. Anna has injured me this afternoon, though, by letting me edit irresponsibly, sat on the sofa on the little table, which has hurt my back, which had just recovered.
Nothing serious.
I've had like 3 or 4 days of no back pain, but it's back because I'm an idiot and edited hunched up on the sofa rather than sat at the desk like a normal human should have done. The locally inspired stuff tonight, despite the ship not moving, much less interesting than last night's locally inspired. So I guess I'm going to, mixed grill. We might be having a mixed grill. So for the starter tonight, I have got mackerel on toast by the looks of it. And Anna's soup flavour today is
roasted cauliflower and miso.
Cauliflower and miso, there we go. I've also discovered that if you go up to the pool bar upstairs, they have Guinness Zero. Everywhere else on the ship, it's Heineken Zero. So you have to go up there, buy one, and then bring it down to dinner with you, and then you can have a Guinness Zero with dinner. It's a lot of hassle. That's why I have Holy the rest of the time. And then for the main, I have a mixed grill, which Anna is adding to, with rejects from her fish that she's trying to cover up with her arm so that I can't show you it. There you go, a fish. And there you go. We've not really seen much actual sailing because most of the time we've been moving. It's either been out in the middle of the sea and there's nothing to see, or it's been the middle of the night and we've been asleep. But this is quite the cool view. You can see Rotterdam there in the distance with all its big buildings and pretty sparkly lights. And also stinky, industrial, smelly, smoky stuff here from what is obviously a busy port, but it's a very pleasant shot. I'll allow it. What have we got down this way? So this is where we're heading. Apparently it's about 2 hours being dragged upriver. I think it's like 15, 20 kilometres, they said. Maybe it's not even that many, but it's about 2 hours. So a bit of a contrast from when we were in Germany and it was 8 hours up the river to get us back out to sea. But they did an announcement while we were having our dinner saying 2 hours to get us to the river. So we set off at about 7 o'clock, so we're probably about halfway to being in the sea. And they expect us to be in position in Zeebrugge by 7:30 tomorrow morning. Me and Anna are on our excursion at 9:30, which it says on the instructions that we're out for 7 hours. That would imply we're getting back at 4:30, which is all aboard time. So I suspect we'll get different information tomorrow, or else we're going to have a long day to kill. But yeah, looking forward to it. And I'm going to sit out here now and just look at all the pretty lights as we go past. I'm starting to see why this is the busiest port in Europe. There's quite a lot going on. More very lit up stuff as we get a little bit further out. And we have lit up windmills over there.
So the planes don't go.
There's a lovely Christmas tree. Well, it occurred to me that I don't think I ended the video last night. It is the next morning. And that is the port of Zeebrugge, our final stop on our cruise. That'll be the next video in the series, which will probably also include my attempts to somehow pack my massive Lego pirate ship that I built earlier in the week back into my suitcase. I'm sure it'll be fine, but for now, let's say goodbye so I can start the next video. I do need to have a shower first. I've literally just got up. Really hurt my back by sitting on this sofa yesterday and editing yesterday's video. I'm in my pants, by the way, editing yesterday's video on that little table rather than using this desk. It is just a rookie mistake when you're back. I mean, I don't sit on the sofa at home because it ruins my back. I don't know what I was thinking, but my back is sore. My heel is sore. It's been a very active week and I'm going to need a rest after this. I ain't going to get a rest. We're already planning to go to London on the way home tomorrow because Anna wants to go to the Disney store in Selfridges. So yeah, we got busy. But for now, if you have enjoyed this video, please make sure you leave a nice big thumbs up on there for me. Subscribe to the channel for loads more travel content. We have got loads more to come. Did I show you, by the way? That's what I got in the Lego store yesterday. A little Gouda cheese shop, which I think is very cool. And that's what I got in Pop Mart the day before. And thank you very much for watching.